Well, we are back, guys, for a brand new video, and today we are going to be going through everything about ARK Valguero. Now, Valguero was a map that dropped in 2019 for ARK Survival Evolved, and it is returning to ARK Survival Ascended within the next 2 months. We don't have an official date for it right now. I'll give you guys later on in the video what I'm kind of expecting for the launch of the next 2 maps. We already know Lost Colony's coming in December, and they're pretty much going to be following the same release pattern as they did last year. Now, yes, before we actually dive into anything new map vibes, because I know everyone, as soon as, we talk about new content, it's like there's still so many issues, and I know there's current issues going on with custom cosmetics, there's been just so much going on, and of course, when those updates come out, I will let you guys know because Wildcard are working on them right now, and until I get confirmation on those things being fixed, I will let you guys know. If you enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Come and join us in the LoadedCrysis cluster for free servers, Ragnarok, Future Valguero, Lost Colony, that kind of stuff. Link to our Discord is down below, and I'll see you guys in the video. Right, so Valguero, this was really weird because literally, as you can see here, it launched June 18th, 2019 for Steam, and it actually launched a month later, July 19th, 2019. What was that? I just keep getting attacked by things. Did I get that on camera? I need to look back on that. It seems like even, being attacked constantly in ARK by flying insects, it's happening in real life all the time because it's summer. But anyway, so we're going to dive straight into Valguero, which is a free, official, non-canonical DLC expansion for ARK Survival Evolved, soon to be on ARK Survival Ascended. If I were to give you guys an ETA on when this will launch, I do say September at this moment in time. The reason I say that is because last year, Aberration Ascended launched in September, and Extinction launched in December, and with Lost Colony, which is planned for December, I expect they will follow that same pattern. There's still a chance maybe it could be October, but with Fear Evolved, or I still keep saying Fear Evolved, with Fear Ascended in October, and then they only give themselves 2 months for Lost Colony, which is their biggest, kind of expansion of the year. It's the first paid expansion. It'll be interesting, but survivors come and explore a vast and diverse 63 km squared map with multiple new terrains to build on. Observe familiar ARK creatures in a vast environment and meet the Deinonychus, who's ready for the return. The newest ARK feathered theropod only found on Valguero. Now, yes, this map is a lot smaller, and that's a lot of the questions being asked is this map going to be extended? And I could definitely see this map being slightly larger because with new technology and new changes within ARK Survival Ascended, we could definitely see new lands being added to Valguero within the launch. Explore new heights and hidden depths, whether it's creating your own foundations in the White Cliffs, who remembers that, or discovering the secrets of the Pit of Aberration. Valguero offers a new ARK experience of the ARK universe with new biomes, a formidable dungeon boss, and mysterious ruins to discover. There's always something exciting and dangerous in Valguero. Among its more than 60 square kilometers, you'll find everything from lush jungles to environmental hazards, and from snowfields to lava flows to savanna and hot springs. Enter a new ARK experience where ARK classic gameplay merges with a new adventure, Valguero. So, the grand map, new creatures. So, Valguero features a new creature, the Deinonychus. This is one of, sometimes you forget creatures leave, and then, not leave, but they just haven't returned. And it lays its nest throughout the map. Stealing one of these eggs is the only way to tame a Deinonychus aside from breeding one. They are very strong and hard to kill in packs. There are also 2 variations of the Rock Elemental and the Chalk Golem in the White Cliffs. the ice golem in the snow desert, and these two variants are identical to the rock elemental in every way except from their appearance. Now, as saying the Deinonychus is returning, the MegaRaptor is going to be your brand new creature in the game. Obviously, the bison made a return. It could have made a return, but it never made it to Ark Survival Evolved. It was meant to, but the MegaRaptor is something completely brand new, and it's meant to be Ark's first proper horror dinosaur. This is definitely going to add some new stuff to the game. I know, again, so many of you are like saying, how can you have the Deinonychus and then have another raptor within the game? And I do understand that, but it won the creature vote. You know, it was the creature vote winner, so at the end of the day, it's hard to like go against what people say, because that, at the end of the day, was the winner. But unique environmental features with Valguero, rainbows across the map, occasional auroras at night, shooting stars at night, freezing air in the snow desert, an underground ocean called the Abyss, the Ichthyosaurus and the turtle corpses scattered along the lake. There is also an underground biome called the Aberration Trench. Mushrooms on the Emerald Forest can be harvested for flowers, rare mushrooms, and biotoxin. The radiation area is called the Unknown, and the Deinonychus nest on the Paradise Chalk Hills. An underground volcanic wyvern trench to get fire wyvern eggs, and wild broodmothers. Now I thought, let's have a look at the old school announcement trailer for Valguero. They don't do announcement trailers anymore, Wildcard. They used to do announcement ones and then launch trailers, but nowadays they only do launch trailers. Maybe they'll start doing more announcement trailers like with Lost Colony, when they start doing more future paid DLCs. But let's take a look and let's look back at this. Aberration zone. You know what, you actually forget how cool the Valguero trailer actually was back in the day. Like, you know, there was so many awesome additions, and funny enough, for people that always ask the question, this was actually the last time I played ARK PvP official. Back in the day, very OG LoadedCrysis fans would know that back in, so from the beginning of ASE up until Valguero, I used to play ARK PvP a lot. I didn't do as much content. I think I did a bit, but that was the last time I like played with tribes on a regular basis. And the reason I stopped is I didn't actually enjoy, and actually one of my mods in the LoadedCrysis cluster says the same thing. They never really enjoyed Valguero for that side of things on PvP. I mean, that wasn't really the reason I stopped. It was just more of a time thing. Yeah, I thought this is, you know, this map probably fits Ascended quite well, because Ascended is very PvE compared to PvP these days. But I do just think it would be awesome to start seeing more PvP love in Ascended. It's been something that's been needed for a long time. So let's have a little look at the OG regions of Valguero. Now, this is subject to change with the new version. So as you can see, we've got the Snowy Mountains, and it has a little bit of a show all the different areas in the Snowy Mountain, the Snow Desert. I'm down here, as you can see, we've got the tundra, the boreal forest, we have the jungle, we have the white cliffs, which were over here, was always my favorite, and then the redwoods actually spanned a lot over here. So you can actually use this if you want to prepare yourself for a little bit of Valguero, and you can see the spawn locations here. You got small islands, beach zone 1, beach zone 2, 3, the boreal forest zone, the chalk hills zone as shown on the map, jungle zone, redwood zone, tundra zone, and snow zone. And then, as you can see, the unique creatures, the chalk golem, the Deinonychus, and the ice golem, like we've talked about in the past, will all be returning with all of the OG creatures. And then, obviously, the Deinonychus egg, saddle, and nest. Now, before an OG map returns, I always love seeing the notes and trivia for some stuff that you guys might be interested in. So, the original map was intended to contain a rock drake nest in the depth of Aberration biome. The rock drakes were, however, removed in the free DLC as mentioned in an official livestream with the developers. Beach ichthyosaurus are harvestable for organic polymer and hide, as well as dead turtles for spoiled meat, hide, and keratin, similar to how beach basilosaurus were on Ragnarok, harvestable for oil. Valguero is the first official free DLC to have Aberration content on, which it was, without the need of the purchase of the DLC. However, it doesn't include the bio, who cares about that now? And what did they say? Also, the entire Aberration area is considered a cave, therefore flyers cannot be ridden inside, and manners cannot use their dive ability. Valguero has a wyvern trench like that of Scorched Earth and Ragnarok. However, only 2 types of wyverns exist in this trench, being the fire wyvern and the ice wyvern. The ice wyverns live above ground, and the fire wyverns live in the underground section of the trench. Although griffins were shown in the trailer for Valguero, they do not spawn on the map. Valguero is unique in having all ocean creatures, but not ocean surrounding the map. Instead, a large lake is present. Valguero is also the first map to have an underground ocean known as the Abyss, in addition to its lake, where its ceiling is rock. You can't swim to the surface for oxygen, and dangerous creatures like the Tusio or the giant squid spawn. Valguero is the first expansion with a roaming boss. Well, not anymore. And Valguero is the only expansion to not have the artifact of the Devious. Now, the original creator team. Buttman, map owner. Oh, do you know what? I've never actually dove this deep into the original creator team, because I always knew that Nikatus was a massive part of the team. So that's why I always love showing off the actual original creators. And we have Trapel22, which is the level design for the Aberration part, and Evil Ranker, absolute legend of the community. Shout out to you. Hosting test servers, original website portfolio, texturing, and mini map. So yeah, Valguero, let's look through the old school gallery. This was a famous photo. I remember this, the first sort of proper, OG gallery of the map, showing you some of the new stuff and just the beauty of Valguero. And yeah, so this will officially be the new map coming to Ark Survival Ascended in potentially September. It's not going to be August. If it's August, I will literally jump, you'll see me on this chair and I'll just flip. That's not happening. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I don't think there's much else to add to Valguero from what we know so far. The only new addition we know from that isn't from the past game is the MegaRaptor. So be prepared for this to hunt you down when Valguero launches later this year. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.